Hey y'all, so today we're making Philly cheesesteak bowls. This is definitely low carb. You can make this keto. There's so many things you could do with this. I'm so excited to share this recipe with you. It was amazing. So I am getting started with my steak. Now I just have thinly sliced steak that I got at the grocery store. I am seasoning with garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper, and I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce, and I'm just gonna let this set aside while I get the rest of my prep going. All right, so once you got your hands nice and clean, we're gonna get going with our vegetable prep. So for these Philly cheesesteak bowls, I'm gonna be using green pepper, onion, and mushrooms. I've already have the mushrooms sliced and washed and ready to go from the grocery store. So I just need to cut up my pepper and onion, and I'm gonna cut them into thin strips. You could dice it if you want. That's just, whatever you prefer to do. So get your veggies all prepped, and then we're gonna get some butter melting in that pan over there, and we're gonna saute these until they are cooked. So I do cook my vegetables separately, not all of them. I'll cook the onions and the peppers together, but I'll cook the mushrooms separately. I don't want to overcrowd the pan. I want to make sure everything gets cooked nicely. So that's just my preference, but throw it all in there if you want. I mean, do your thing. Make sure you season with salt and pepper as you go. So once your onions and peppers are done, get those out of the pan, and in the same pan, go ahead and add your mushrooms, and I like to add minced garlic with the mushrooms as well. You're just gonna cook those until you get a nice little brown crust on them. They're gonna shrink down quite a bit, and then you're done with your veggies. So I like to cook the steak last because it's cut very thin. It's only gonna take minutes to cook. So now that our vegetables are done, we're gonna get started on our cheese sauce. It's Philly cheesesteak, so we have to have cheese, right? So we're gonna make a cheese sauce. So I have your basic roux going on here. I got butter and flour in the pan, and I'm adding milk. You're gonna notice that I'm clearly not measuring my milk here. I'm gonna be adding more later because I didn't measure, but I will give you an exact measurement in my actual recipe. I just kind of winged it for the video. But once you've added your milk into your roux, we're gonna season with salt and pepper, and that's it for the seasoning. This is a very basic cheese sauce. At this point, you can add any kind of cheese you want and make this a couple different ways. You could do a cheddar cheese sauce if you want, but what I added was sliced provolone cheese. I just cut them into little chunks, and I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese as well, and that's all I'm using for cheese, but use whatever you like. And see, I added more milk because it was too thick. And that's the other thing. If you don't like how thick your sauce is, it's a forgiving recipe. Just add some more milk to thin it out. But now we're done with that, so we're gonna get going with our steak. So I just cut it into strips. I have some oil in the pan, and I'm using the same pan that I cooked all the vegetables in. It's all flavor right there. So you're just gonna add all of your steak in, make sure it's evenly coating on the bottom. You wanna make sure all the pieces get cooked. And like I said, it only takes a few minutes. Once they're almost done cooking, after about a minute and a half, go ahead and add your favorite steak sauce. A1 if that's your favorite, but I don't judge if it's the generic version like I'm using. So go ahead and add some steak sauce in here, and you're gonna continue cooking that for about a minute, and then it's done. Now you could serve this with rice if you want, or just throw all of this in the bowl and smother it in that cheese sauce. Now, if you're not watching your carbs and you want to go get a nice big piece of crusty bread, do it. I would lather that bread with some garlic butter and then put all of this inside of it, and there you go. But this was a delicious low-carb dinner, super, super good. Definitely give it a try. Check out our website for the copy of the recipe. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for further videos, and give us a like and follow on our Instagram and Facebook page. Bye, guys.